It's one of the most emotional moments the Grey's Anatomy family has faced in years. Their friend and former co-star, Dane, opening up publicly about his battle with ALS, known to millions as Dr. Mark Sloan, the charming and unforgettable mixed-teamy Eric has long been a fan favorite. Now, his bravery is resonating with people far beyond the world of television. When the news of Eric's diagnosis became public, fans across the world responded with love, concern, and admiration for his openness. And for his Grey's Anatomy castmates, seeing him handle this fight with such honesty has been deeply moving. One longtime co-star shared what it's been like to see Eric face this challenge with such strength. "That's just who Eric is," they said. "He's always been genuine and kind, the kind of person who wears his heart on his sleeve." They explained that they reached out to Eric right after hearing the news, sending him a heartfelt message to let him know that he's not alone. "I texted him to tell him we're praying for him, that we're with him in this battle," they said softly. "He got back to me right away. He calls me Pick, that's his nickname for me, and he said, 'Pick, I love you.'" That small exchange meant a lot. The emotion in their voice was clear as they talked about what the moment represented. "It hit close to home for me," they continued. "My longtime agent, someone who had been with me for over 35 years, passed away from ALS. It's been almost 2 years now. I was with him when he told me about his diagnosis. So this really strikes a personal chord." For many of the cast members, Eric's decision to share his journey publicly has been both heartbreaking and inspiring. His bravery, they say, has given strength not only to fans, but to his friends as well. "His courage is incredible," one castmate admitted. "I honestly don't know how I would handle it. I'm a pretty private person. I think I would have just locked myself away. But Eric's out there shining a light on ALS. He's turning his own pain into awareness. And that's something truly admirable." Others echoed the same feeling, a mix of sadness, pride, and admiration. "We all just wish him the very best," one of the stars said. "We hope he's doing okay. I haven't seen him in a while, but I know Ellen has. She told me he's in good spirits. I'm really humbled by what he's doing to be that open, that vulnerable. And to let people in like that takes real strength." The Grey's Anatomy cast has always been known for its close bond, one that extends far beyond the screen. Even years after actors have left the show, the relationships built on set remain strong. "People make choices to deal with things in their own way," another cast member reflected. "But on our show, once you're part of the Grey's family, you never really leave. You're always there, because new people are discovering your work all the time. That's the beauty of Grey's Anatomy. It keeps connecting lives." Even long after the cameras stopped rolling, they went on to say that Eric's willingness to share his diagnosis so publicly is giving others hope. "You never know how you're affecting someone's life," they said. By letting people in, by showing that vulnerability, Eric's helping so many others who are fighting their own battles. Bless his heart for having that kind of grace to be able to share something so personal with the world. When asked if they had been in touch with him recently, another cast member explained how the Grey's family rallied around Eric in the early days after his announcement. "Right at the beginning, we all reached out," they said. "We're like the pillows and comforters of our show community. It's just what we do. We support each other. Everyone was asking, 'What do you need? Where do you need it?' That's the spirit of this group." For the Grey's Anatomy cast, compassion isn't just something they act out on screen. It's who they are in real life. They know the show has touched millions because of the human stories it tells. And this time, they're living one of those stories themselves. Or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis is a devastating disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord, slowly taking away the ability to move, speak, and eventually breathe. There is no known cure, which makes Eric's openness even more powerful. By sharing his experience, he's bringing awareness to a condition that, too, often remains in the shadows. His friends say that seeing him do that, seeing him turn his personal fight into something meaningful, has been humbling. "It's an act of courage," one castmate said. "He's taking something that could isolate him and instead using it to connect with others. That's what makes Eric special." Even as they shared their emotions, there was a clear sense of unity among the cast, a quiet, steady love that has lasted through decades of storytelling and change. "We wish him nothing but strength," one said, "and we want him to know he's never alone. We're all thinking of him, sending him love, and hoping for the best." For many fans, Eric Dane will always be remembered as the charming Dr. Sloan, confident, flirtatious, and larger than life. But now, they're seeing the man behind the character, someone deeply human, brave, and full of grace. His story has become a source of strength for others facing illness and loss, and his co-stars couldn't be prouder. When asked what message they want to share with people out there who are battling ALS or any serious illness, one of the actors paused for a long moment before answering. "Never give up," they said firmly. "Outlast everything. Perseverance matters. And keep a positive attitude, even though I know that's not easy. But a buoyant spirit, a sense of humor, a little bit of light that can make all the difference." They added, "Don't waste a single minute. Every day is a gift. Make the most of it, no matter what you're facing." It's a sentiment that feels very Grey's Anatomy, hopeful, emotional, and rooted in humanity. It's also exactly the kind of strength Eric has shown since sharing his diagnosis. For those who've followed him since his days on Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria, his openness has been eye-opening. He's always been known for his confidence on screen, but his vulnerability off-screen has shown an entirely new side of him. One defined by resilience and compassion, fans and friends alike have flooded his social media with love, encouragement, and gratitude for sharing his story. Many living with ALS or caring for someone who is, say, Eric's honesty has helped them feel seen and less alone. That's the power of storytelling. Something Grey's Anatomy has embodied for nearly 2 decades. The show has always celebrated resilience in the face of heartbreak, strength in moments of weakness, and community in times of crisis. And now, that same message is echoing off-screen through Eric's real-life journey. His colleagues say that even though he's no longer on the show, he's still part of it, his presence woven into its legacy. Every time a new viewer discovers Dr. Sloan, every time an old fan revisits his episodes, Eric's spirit lives on. It's that idea, that connection, that continuity that's keeping his Grey's Anatomy family close to him, even from afar. "He'll always be part of this family," one cast member said softly. "Once you're in for life." As Eric continues his fight, his story is reminding people everywhere of the importance of hope, community, and compassion. His courage has become a light for others, and his castmates are standing proudly beside him, sending love every step of the way. They know that sometimes, the bravest thing anyone can do is simply share their truth. And Eric Dane is doing exactly that, with the same heart, warmth, and humanity that made fans fall in love with him in the first place.